Hello there, I'm Dippy and I have decided to give myself a building challenge. I want to build a beautiful starter house for each and every Minecraft biome. But I can only use blocks that are easy to get anywhere in early game and blocks that are available in that particular biome. Because let's be honest, building a unique starter house is not easy. In early game you have no transport, no way to move large amounts of materials, and you don't have any fancy supplies. So I reckon using the stuff that's right around you is the smart thing to do. But is it possible to build something really nice in early game with such limited supplies? Because let's be honest, this sucks. The first biome I want to try is the Forest Biome. Forests are generally considered good places to spawn in survival Minecraft. There are tons of resources here and passive mobs, and it is relatively safe. So let's have a good look around and see what useful building materials we can find in this forest. Oh, here's a birch tree and some birch leaves. And what have we got here? Oh yeah, oak tree and oak leaves. Amazing, that's a good start. And there's leaf litter here. This is a snapshot world, by the way, so you're getting a preview of what the forest will look like in the spring drop. And here's a bee's nest, so we will have all the honey stuff, wax and such like. Aha, and here's a hole in the ground, so we will have dirt and, of course, stone. Okay, let's take that. Hey, look, berry bushes. I like berry bushes. Yum, yum, yum. And here's a black sheep, so we will have black wool. And that's a chicken. That's a new chicken, but there is no such thing as a chicken block, so I think we'll just leave that chicken and let it go. Oh, look, piggies! Unfortunately, you can't build with pork chops. Let's keep looking. Hey, one of those fallen logs that are coming in the spring drop, and it's got vines growing on it. Okay, cool, vines. And I found another little cave. Let's have a look around. Dirt, stone, and yeah, there's granite. Not my favorite stone, but hey ho, I'll take it. Hang on a minute, I think I missed something here. Let's just, okay, hang on, torch. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, copper, we've got copper. Yeah, copper is definitely a good building block. And look, I found some coal. Amazing, coal is always good to have. Woohoo! I found some pumpkins and a bee. Yeah, go away, bee. I don't need you. Oh, hello. I found a cow, but yeah, we can't make cheese. So, okay, I'll disregard you. Bye. Rose bushes. Yay! And those pink tall things. What are they called? Peonies. Yeah. Hang on. What the heck is this? This is a new thing. It's a bush. Okay, we have bushes now. More flowers, and flowers give us dye. A log with a mushroom on it. Okay. Oh, they come in red as well. Cool. Hello, more sheep. White wool and brown wool. Wow. And a grey one. Come here, buddy. Give me your wool. Ooh, that is disturbing. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but definitely not great. That looks wrong. Okay, one more cave, and I'm in creative for this exercise, so boing, Geronimo. Yeah, I am very glad I'm in creative because the fizzy bang bangs and the skellies in here, that's not good. Hang on, is that... What can I see here? Oh, diorite. Okay, wow. Yeah, we're really getting spoiled with the blocks here. Hello, bat. What else is there? Oh, yeah, glow lichen, that's very useful for lighting up stuff. And there also was some iron ore. We got gravel here, good. And now my inventory is pretty full with some really unexciting block. Yeah, they're all very commonplace, so do you think we could build something nice out of this? I'm not sure. Let's go and find a nice place where we can build stuff. I really want a cow block. Cow blocks would be cool. Okay, I have cleared a bit of an area here where we can build, and I've set up a little workstation here. Because the first thing I want to do is I want to actually see what we've got here and what kind of blocks we can make with everything. Right, we have this mushroom and then we have that mushroom. Then we have this bushy thing here. Okay, we have the tall rose bush here. And that also gives us red dye. So red dye is one of the things that we have. Of of course that also gives us red dye. So I am going to put the yellow flower here and the tall pink flower behind it. So the peony is gonna also give us pink dye, and the dandelion is gonna give us yellow dye. Okay, and of course if we do this, we're gonna get orange. Amazing. So we also have orange dye. That's good. And then we have two different types of leaves. These ones and these ones. We can also make a composter. Okay, there's a composter here. And we can get a ton of this stuff. Okay, put it in the composter. Get bone meal. And that gives us white dye. So we have all these nature blocks here. That's very cool. We've also spotted some bees' nests, so we can make all the honey blocks and honeycomb blocks, and we have the bee's nest, and of course we have the bee hive. And we can dye the wool that we found, so we've got these colors, and of course we have got carpets then, and banners and all the wool related things. One of our main building supplies will be from the two types of wood we got. So we've got all the products from the oak tree and all the products from the birch tree. And of course we can make all the other stuff, tools, chests, and yeah, basically all the wooden stuff. We've got pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. And all the basic stuff like campfires and beds in all the colors that we have wool for. And we have all the blocks that we can craft from stone, and we have gravel. I need a bit more space here. Okay, and we've got diorite and we have got granite. We can also make stuff from iron and from copper, although we don't want to use an awful lot of that because it's kind of expensive. So behind me you can see all the blocks that we can make from what we got, because don't forget you can always craft stuff and you can dye stuff, and that means we've actually got a little bit more color here. So looking at this, I think our color scheme is not as drab and grey anymore as we originally thought. I think we'll stick with maybe some wood with reds and oranges and like warm tones to liven it up a little bit. Let's see how that goes. I want to build like a cute little farmhouse or something. And I promise you it's not gonna look like this. Sorry, Mr. Villager, no disrespect. And here it is. Ta-da! Our cute forest house. All made from materials that you can easily get in the forest biome. Let me give you a little tour, and then I will show you how you can build something like this yourself. On this side we have a little outside working area, and we have a llama. I don't know how that got here, and no trader was involved. And this is the back where you've got a tiny little garden and also some cute window boxes, and I tried to stick with red because when it gets too mixed up, yeah. And there's a little storage farm area on the other side, and that is the house. I love the red and orange and cream color scheme. It contrasts so nicely with the green trees around it. Let's have a look inside. And although it's quite detailed, all the ingredients are really easy to come by. So we have a little kitchen area here. I made a little cozy fireplace, but of course if you build this for yourself, you can swap this up. The ceiling is interesting because I've got a mezzanine floor made out of trapdoors with carpets on top. And up here you've got your bedroom with your beds, a painting, some storage. Well, you know, the usual stuff. And I think it looks super cozy. Okay, let's go downstairs again, because you might be wondering why there is so little storage. Well, actually, having chests all over the place makes a place look really cluttered. So there is tons of storage here, but it's all in the floor, because the floor is actually made out of barrels, and you can stash all your early game stuff in there. Maybe you feel inspired and want to build something like this in your own survival world. So let me show you how I did this. But instead of giving you a block by block instruction, I will show you some of the techniques I used to put this house together, and then you can create your own version of this. Let's first decide the general shape of the house. I usually start with a rectangle and then I add a second, slightly smaller rectangle, slightly offset, something like this. You can make this as small or as big as you like, and you can add other rectangles to it. If you look at this house from above, you can see how I've kept the shapes quite simple, and it's still very effective. Experiment a bit until you find a shape that you like, and make sure to make it big enough so the doors and windows fit in. Now let's look at the walls. They've got a lovely checkerboard pattern. It's probably easier to see from the inside where there's less detail. Placing stripped oak and stripped birch like that makes the walls look more interesting and much less flat. Let me show you how I did that. So, place the oak logs facing down the way, like this, and then go sideways and place the birch logs that way. Then carry on and build up to the height that you want, and that's it. Simple. Now let's look at the pillars on the corner. So, how did I make those? Okay, so there's red wool behind the trapdoors, and behind those ladders, that's an oak log. Let me quickly go and build one for you so you can see it, and you can place them on the corners of your building. So, start by placing your red wool where you want it, and then build a pillar of oak logs on top of that as high as you want. And on the very top, put some more red wool. And now cover the sides of the wood that will be showing outside with ladders to give it more texture. Finish it off by putting trapdoors over the wool. It makes the pillar more solid, and the red can shine through the trapdoor windows. And that looks really cool. And this is what it looks like with the wall. I've replaced the bottom row of logs with composters, and that makes it look even better. Now let's go back and have a look at this magnificent entrance area. It's super fun. So we used some red carpets, we used log fires and various bits of wood, composters, pressure plates, doors, banners of course. And do you know what that's up there? That's actually red beds. Yeah, it's red beds. Let me show you how to build this colorful entrance and how to make the beds float in mid-air. So first of all, we punch a 2x2 hole. Then put some pressure plates on top of the composters. Remember, you need to crouch. We don't want anybody falling into the composters, right? Now let's build the steps. 2 slabs either side. Dig a hole and put some oak planks in here. Okay. Now make some steps from log fires and put them out with a shovel. And then quickly grab 2 red carpets and put them right in front of there as a doormat. That looks nice, right? The doors need something to stand on, so at this point you need to build the inside floor, and I'm using barrels here. And to make it cozy, I quite fancy a bit of red wood carpet, like this. Now you can go back outside and place your oak doors. And at first they will go the wrong way round. So you see that's 2 left facing ones, but if you break that one and place it again, it will automatically be the right way round. Amazing! Time to decorate the porch. So 2 orange banners at the bottom and then red ones over the top. And now we need to use our trick to place those red beds. So I'm going to put some blocks out here, just like that. And then I'm going to hop on top and I'm going to place the beds on top. Beds only need 1 solid block underneath the bottom end of the bed. But the fun thing is you can now take away those blocks and the beds will float in mid-air like a canopy. Now just place some red banners like this on the ends to hide the white bits because they don't really go with the look. Let's finish this off with some fence posts with lanterns. Quickly remove the temporary blocks under the beds, and you've got a magnificent entrance door, and it's so colorful. Once you have built all your walls, you need to decide where your windows are going to be. You can make your windows 1 block wide, or you can make a wider window, that's a double window here, or you can put 2 narrow windows next to each other. You've got lots of options. Let me quickly show you how to do the basic design and then you can adapt it. Here is a list of the things you will need. Let me show you how I made the 1 wide window, and then you can make it wider if you like. Okay, so punch your hole and put in the trapdoors like this, so they sit back. That already gives the window a bit more depth. Now place a trapdoor on either side of the window on the row above at the bottom and a slab right above, and that makes a cute little awning. Now let's build the flower box. So place a block of dirt right underneath the window and then frame it with a stair either side. And at the front, you cover it up with a trapdoor. That looks much nicer. Now place the lightning rods on either side to make a little frame. And as you can see, the lightning rods will go in a funny way. So you need to place them, then break them, and then place them again to make them connect in that particular way. And then you just plant a flower of your choice. And Bob's your uncle. That's your window. Cute, right? If you make a too wide window, you can also replace the copper trapdoors by red banners like curtains, and that also looks really nice. So now you understand the basic structure of this window. You can make it any width or shape you like. Now it's time to put a roof on our building, and I have chosen pumpkins, honeycomb blocks and orange wool to give it a real pop of color. Try and experiment a bit with the roof shapes. I've made this one really steep, so it's always 2 up. And then the one on the right hand side for the smaller part, I've made really shallow. So it's 2 blocks wide and then 1 down and then another 2 blocks. I'll show you round the back and then you can see that the right hand side of this roof is actually much steeper. And that varies the whole look a little bit and it makes it more interesting. So let me quickly show you how to build the steep roof. Start building the shape of your roof and in between fill it in with all the wall blocks. Choose one type of roof block that you have got quite a lot of and make that your main color, and then swap it up a little bit and just mix in some of the other blocks for interest. So I chose the pumpkins because pumpkins grow quite quickly, but it might be the wool that you have a lot more of and then make that your main color. Once you reach the top, have a look and see if you like it, and then maybe you want to break up that space with a window or something. And then build it out to the front 1 block because it's always nice if the roofs hang over a little bit. It just makes your building stand out and look more 3D. That's nice, right? Maybe you want to make it look more natural by adding a few leaf blocks. And perhaps put some fences or gates on the very top to make a nice roof ridge, like this. The only thing that's missing now is a chimney, and you can make a smoky chimney by putting a campfire in here and hiding it with trapdoors. And that is your roof complete. How nice does that look? Now all you need to do is decorate a little bit around the outside of the house, maybe add some bushes and some little details like these hay bales. You know, make a little garden, plant a few things, make a work area perhaps, whatever takes your fancy. These little touches make all the difference. It settles the house into the countryside and brings it all to life. And this is your cozy forest house, all made from local early game ingredients. This house will also soon be available as a download on Planet Minecraft. If you want to see more biome-specific builds, hit that subscribe and follow button so you don't miss the next one. Until then, have a hippy-dippy day. Bye-bye!